In today's video, let's talk about the union and intersection of sets. Before that, let us try first to recall what is a set. As we all know, a set is a collection of distinct objects. It could be a set of numbers, pictures, books, and etc. The union of two or more sets is the set that contains of all of the elements of the sets. Meanwhile, the intersection of two or more sets is the set of elements that are common to every set. In diagram, this is the union of two sets look like. In symbol, if we have set A and B, it is denoted by the uppercase letter U. To find the union of the set, we only have to list down the elements that are in either of the sets. When listing the elements of the union of the sets, we have to list down the common elements only once. Now, to understand this further, let's try to have example. The problem says, write sets P and Q below in roster form. Then what is P union Q? Set P says that it is X such that X is a whole number less than 5. As we all know, whole number starts with 0, and it has to be less than 5. Therefore, set P has elements 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. On the other hand, set Q says it's Y such that Y is an even natural numbers less than 5. Okay, and if we observe the condition, it has to be 2 and 4 only. And then we need to get the union of P and Q sets. Now, to combine all of the elements, we come up with 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Observing, from set P and set Q, they both have common elements 2 and 4. And it says in the condition that we only have to write down the elements or the common elements only once. Therefore, P union Q is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in this problem. Now, let us try to look at what intersection of sets all about. In diagram, this is what intersection of sets look like. Okay, so if we have set A and set B, the overlapping point or area here will serve as the intersection, in which you can find here the common elements between set A and set B. In symbol, it is denoted by the inverted uppercase letter U. Now, to find the intersection of the two sets or two or more sets, you only have to list down the common elements or elements that are in both or among sets. For example, the problem says set X such that X is a natural number less than 19. Set Y is an odd integers, and set Z is a multiple of 6. We first need to list down the elements of every set. Set X, it says, it has to be natural numbers but less than 19. As we all know, natural numbers starts with 0. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and that continues until it reaches 18, since the condition says less than 19. For set y, it has to be odd integers, and that starts with 1. Next, 3, 5, 7. Again, that continues infinitely since it doesn't say anything. And lastly, for set z, it has to be multiple of 6. We only have to skip count by 6 to list down the elements. We have 6, 12, 18, and that also continues infinitely. Alright. The problem A says, what is X intersection Z? In this case, we only have to observe or to make use of set X and set Z, and we need to get their common elements. Observing, to answer set X intersection Z, we can observe that their common element starts with 6, as this also has 6 here. Next, 12 as 12, and then 18. It stops here because the set X only lasted to element 18, though set Z continues infinitely. Right? So this is now the answer for the problem. What is X intersection Z? Next one. What is Y intersection Z? And this time, we only have to look into set Y and also the set Z again. Observing that there's no way that set Y contains any even numbers or any of the numbers or any of the elements found in set Z. Even though they continues infinitely this time in here, but the thing here is they will never have any common elements. So to answer Y intersection Z, it has to be nothing. They don't have any common elements. So therefore, we can just answer this way. You write a brace, but then just don't put anything inside. That signifies empty set. We also can answer this symbol. This means null set. Empty set or null set. Otherwise, they are both the same. And they are both also correct. Alright? So, let us try to answer this problem to understand further. Find each union or intersection of the following sets. Set A has 1, 3, 4. Set B is even whole numbers less than 9. Set C, 2, 5, 7, 10. And set D, they are odd numbers or odd whole numbers less than 10. First thing to do here is we have to figure out what are the elements of set B and also the set D. Set B, it has to be even number or even whole number less than 9. And that starts with 0. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, since it says it has to be less than 9. Meanwhile, set D is add whole number less than 10. And that must start with 1, next by 3, 5, 7, and then 9. With these elements, we can be able to solve the problems below. First is, we have A union B. Now this problem, we have to observe the elements of set A and also set B. Now, to observe 1, 3, 4 from set A and 0 to 8 from set B, we can combine the elements starting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It basically just set B, since all of the elements in set A are also present in set B. Next one. Let's proceed with answering the problem letter B. It says intersection between set B and set D. Now set B, it says 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 8, and set D, it says 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Now, do you see any common elements there? By observation, we can see that it has elements in common, which are 1, we have 3, and 5, and also 7. So therefore, these must have the elements of 1, 3, 5, and then 7. That's it. Now, the next one is the A union C. So we have to combine the elements of set A and set C. As we all know, we cannot see any common between set A and set C. So therefore, we have to make sure to list down all of their elements in order. We may start with 1, and then 2 from set C, 3 from set A, 4, 5, 7, and lastly the 10. Now A union C is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 10.